things. So yeah, generally, and China obviously is an electronics manufacturing powerhouse for a very good reason. And it wasn't one political decision reason, it was decades and hundreds of thousands of individual business decisions that sent manufacturing of products over to China, and China has responded with decades of investment and education and expertise in evolving this huge industry. So China is still the manufacturing powerhouse. Our factory in Dong Guan, we're still extremely proud of. We have a great team there, we do great work there, and we're not leaving there. So, starting there, many of the things, the components, the materials that are turned into devices still to this day come from China. We bring them into the US. They usually come through the port of Los Angeles for the most part. They get trucked in bond down to Mexico, so they don't technically land in the US. So they have not triggered a tariff that was put in place in September 2018. At the rate of most of the products we make are 25% on the import tariff coming in from China to the US. So we get them down to Mexico, and as Avi mentioned, most of the electronic products that we make, the majority of the value is in the circuit board, in the electronics. So doing the surface mount, the PCB assembly in Mexico is a must, right? It's not enough in most cases, but it is a must as a starting point. You generally are going to also have to add some additional value, maybe some hand solder, maybe some secondary assembly. Certainly programming and testing a device, but programming is where the device gets its character. It becomes the thing it actually that you're making is. It's no longer a paperweight, it has a function. Doing assembly into plastics, whether those plastics were injection molded in Mexico or in China, is still okay as long as those first two steps are done in country. And then packaging, you have to prove with a document package submission showing bill of materials and assembly instructions, all the processes, the takt times, the values, that this is what we have done, Customs and Border Protection, to prove to you that we have added that substantial transformation, that this is now a country of origin Mexican product that is no longer subject to these China tariffs.